Free speech in the UK has gone for a bloody toss. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that Joey Barton is a monumental bellend. He thinks he's some sort of philosopher on Twitter, even though on an intelligence scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being Albert Einstein and 1 being Gabrielle Bonlahor, he sits at about a 3. On top of that, he's also a thug with a history of violence, from attacking youth players at Manchester City to his own missus at a house party. His list of misdemeanors is seemingly endless. That being said, what's happened in the last week is completely fucking unacceptable. Barton has quite literally been found guilty of 6 counts of grossly offensive social media posts aimed at Eni the DEI box check Aluko, who I'll get onto in a minute. Apparently, Barton crossed the line between free speech and criminality and is set to be sentenced on December 8th. I'm sorry, but this is complete and utter bollocks. Or some of his tweets edgy? Absolutely, but there's no way in hell that a bit of dark humor should land you in hot water. I mean, bloody hell, the individual representing the Crown Prosecution Service is Peter Wright, who's the same bloke that was part of the legal team that secured 15 life sentences for serial killer Dr. Harold Shipman. Are we really comparing that to a handful of posts by Barton, which, by the way, at no point incited violence, nor shared private information about Aluko? The fact of the matter is, when you willingly take up a profession in which you're in the public eye, you have to accept any and all criticism that comes your way. I've had loads of abuse in the comment section over the years, ranging from racism to outright death threats, but guess what, mate? You just have to suck it up and get on with it, because it's part and parcel of the job. If that's too much for you to handle, then by all means, go and find something else to do. As for Aluko herself, the woman is a professional victim and narcissist. She claims she's been too scared to go outside and buy milk without wearing a disguise because of Barton's piss taking, when in reality, it's exactly what's landed her some incredible opportunities despite having next to no talent. She's worked for ITV, BT Sport, Amazon Prime, Fox Sports, and has even been the sporting director of Aston Villa's women's team. All this while constantly spewing a copious amount of drivel. She even had the gall to have a pop at Ian Wright for blocking the pathway for female presenters into broadcasting women's football, despite the fact that A, Ian Wright is not only one of the most likable individuals in the sport, but also a huge advocate for women's football, and B, she has a problem with the man taking the place of a woman while talking about women's football, while simultaneously working on men's football herself as a woman. Honestly, lads, words fail me. She attempted to gaslight the public into thinking this was an innocent mistake, but Ian Wright rightly, pardon the pun, refused to accept her sorry excuse of an apology. That's not all. She once read out a stat saying that Richarlison scored 19 goals in 40 games, which, as per her math, averaged out to be a goal a game. The only number to take away from this is of Aluko's IQ, which I'm fairly certain is a single-digit one. On a more serious note, she got England manager Mark Sampson sacked for alleged racism, despite the fact that every other member of the squad insisted she was the one who was in the wrong, in turn ruining both the man's career as well as his reputation for life. What pisses me off the most, however, is Sky Sports' double standards. They've switched off the comment section of YouTube videos and Twitter posts this week in which Aluko has had a pop at Barton because they're well aware that the vast majority of the British public are no longer going to fall for their virtue signaling garbage anymore and would let them know about it. Then again, this is the same organization that backed Jamie Carragher for spitting on a schoolgirl while sacking a legend like Matt Letizia for asking completely justifiable questions surrounding COVID, so it shouldn't come as a surprise. As far as I'm concerned, Aluko is single-handedly setting female representation in football back by decades. This has nothing to do with race or gender. Nedum Onua is black and inarguably one of the best pundits in the game, while Kelly Cates is a woman, yet outstanding at her job. We're all just fed up of seeing incompetent individuals get roles over more deserving candidates. As for Barton or anyone else with controversial takes, the way to deal with them is either to ignore what they have to say or present points to counter their argument and beat them with logic. Silencing or punishing him isn't the answer, as that's opening up a can of worms on a very slippery slope. Subscribe if you liked the video, and don't if you thought it was shite. Peace!